Welcome to Clinton, Missouri, the Clinton basketball tournament. Getting ready to introduce Kansas City East's team.
Yeah, James, looks like we've got KC East coming in here in this game with a 1-7 record. East High School tonight are number 4, Lonnie Snow, number 2, Jesse Minter, number 11, Logan Peavy, number 21, David Tobon, and number 34, Donnell Mosley. And starters tonight for the Lakeland Vikings, of course, led by head coach Adam Collins. They'll have starting at guard, number 3, Gavin Wilkins. Number 20, Blake Munsterman. Number 22, Rafe Carbelo, who, of course, had that big ball game last night, 25 points. Number 24, Corbin Meeker will start at the other guard. Then you got number 33, Jace Utzman, starting at forward for Coach Collins' team. So Meeker, a sophomore, Carbelo, a junior, Munsterman, a sophomore, and Wilkins, a junior, Utzman, a senior as well. So, James, going to be interesting to see how this ball game plays out, the second game of our second day here at the 95th Annual Clinton Tournament. What a game we just had. I mean, man, that was a great contest. Cardinals hung on and won over El Dorado Springs in a back-and-forth game.
Mm-hmm. So, it was literally anybody's ball game right up until the last 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah. It was one of those games you didn't know how it would finish, and you figured the way it was going, it was probably going to come down to the final possession, and Clinton hit a couple of huge three-pointers there and also knocked in a couple of big-time shots as well from the free throw line. So we are underway here in this one. KC East will control the opening tip, and Lakeland will be outsized in this game. KC East with good tall length, kind of like what we saw the other night from Grandveiw Christian. They start off, quick bucket there, first 2 of the night, quickly up on the board. That was a nice job by Tobon, but a quick answer. Lakeland down the floor, and they'll get a quick 2 from Carbelo. So right out of the gate, tied up at 2. And Lakeland will need Carbelo tonight, James. He is a really good player, as we've seen these last couple weeks for this Lakeland team, their leading scorer. And here's a 3-ball, left corner, no good by Minter. Nice rebound in there. Snow missed it, got it back, and then count it, and he's fouled. So they give him the bucket. That is Dennis Hagedorn down there, our head official tonight. He has reffed a lot of ball games. I know Dennis pretty well. He's a longtime baseball coach up in the Sedalia area, but refs a lot of high school basketball. Also refs some college games as well at the Division II level. So he is a really good rep. Snow missing that free throw. And still a 2-point lead here for the Bears of Kansas City East High School. And there's a great move. That's a beautiful job by Rafe Carbelo on that spin.
Carbelo definitely coming out tonight. He's probably got that loss, or actually 2 losses in a row for Lakeland. They lost to Dora as well in a tournament down in Bolivar. That's your hometown.
That's right. And Dora, as we talked about a little bit last night, a very good team. And, I mean, this is a crazy stretch here for Lakeland. You think about it, they played Saturday, they played last night, and then you got to turn around and play again today. So you're playing, 3 games in 4 days. That's pretty tough. As Carbelo misses that one there, got his own board. Well, look at 3 jerseys around him there for KC East. Missed the shot as he somehow got it up over the top of him. There's a nice open floor bucket by Jesse Minter. And KC East, they'll run up and down the floor because Lakeland is a team, they like to push the tempo as well. So this could be a really up and down game. As Wilkins missing that last shot for Lakeland, but they get the strip. Nice play there by Munsterman to get the steal. He's going to push. And this is where Lakeland, they can't get going too fast. It's going to be an up-tempo game as there's a shot for Meeker that's a 3.
We've seen him shoot several last night. And, in the second half of that game, Lakeland was not able to hit the 3 balls like they were in the first half, which ultimately I think was what allowed Warrensburg to catch up to him and then eventually win.
Right. Yeah, that was the case. And that's the thing with Lakeland. If they're not shooting the 3 as well, they're not quite as efficient offensively. And that's where tonight with this height that KC East has, it'll be tough to get inside buckets against them.
you know, with these taller teams, that three shot becomes even more important.
Right. Here's Carbelo. He'll take a triple. Missed it. Good look, though. They had a good set offensively. Patient look that time. And the Bears with the rebound. Mosley in the corner. Thought about the three there. Out of Snow. Up top, Minter with it. Yeah, so they go 6'3", 6 foot, 6'2", 6'5", 6'2". So they're actually not quite as tall as Grandview Christian like we saw last night, James. There's a good entry pass.
Oh,
and
wow, he jumped up and just flipped that off the end of his fingers to go off the glass and go in.
Tobin missed the initial shot, but Mosley right there for the follow. So KC East up by 1, 8-7, but a quick three for Munsterman.
Makes it 10-8. You know, it seems like in this tournament, the further north you go, the kind of the taller they get.
Yeah. Vikings answer right back, though. Of course, last night Grandview had 2 6'7" guys inside, and there's a nice move by David Tobin. He's going to draw the foul. So KC East will be at the line here. Lakeland up by 2, but this has been a good game, good start thus far for Lakeland, back and forth. Neither team has gotten out to a 5-point lead as of yet, kind of like our first game tonight between Eldo and Clinton. So Tobin missing the first.
All right, and Tobin's second shot goes up, and it does go in. Carbelo inbounds the ball. Thought about the three shot there, but decides to set up a shot. Carbelo shoots. That will be 2. That's 12-9 now for Lakeland. All right, KC East. Oh, he looked like he was going to take a three shot there, but does not. Drives in on the baseline. Goes up, rebounded by Lakeland. I want to just thank everybody for joining us tonight. We had a lot of Lakeland fans watching last night. We can actually go back and look at the analytics and see how many views and for how long people viewed. And as far as viewership's concerned, Lakeland won. So I think it was over 4,000 minutes that people watched of that game total. I think there was like 51 minimum viewers at any time. So Kansas City East knocks one in. That's 9-14, still Lakeland. Drives in, gets, looks like they're going to call a charging on that one. Mosley with the foul, the offensive foul. Oh, and that bucket goes in, making it 17, and a timeout is called. So we will like to say thanks to our timeout sponsor. That would be Aaron Collins. Adam Collins' twin brother, Missouri Farm Bureau. Well, you know, Lakeland has definitely come out here, and they're playing with a lot of fire, a lot of spirit. You know, 2 losses in a row. Then now this is a team that went, 10 wins in a row before they actually had a loss. Their first loss was to Wabalo in a regular season game. They actually beat Wabalo in the Wabalo tournament in the championship. That was our first game that we live streamed for Lakeland. Just want to say hi to Coach Dreyer from down there at Wabalo, just in case he's listening. Appreciate everything you did for us to help us allow us to be able to broadcast that game. Lakeland with the rebound. Carbelo brings the ball in. Sets up a little bit of a screen there, passes back out to, I think that's Meeker. Back to Carballo. Carballo drives along the baseline, spins up, and misses the shot. There will be a foul on number 32, Williams. Carballo to shoot. He was very good last night from the free throw line. I don't think he might not have missed any, and we'd have to go back and check the footage to find out, but I know he knocked down several. Carballo with his second shot. And that one is also a miss. Carballo out of character. Of course, they call travel on number 35. Alfred. Oh, a three-shot from Meeker. I tell you what, he is exceptional at those. Looks like Kansas City East will answer, but that was a 2. That's 20-11, Lakeland. So Meeker with the ball. Passes it over Carballo. Carballo decides to go for the long three and nails it from way outside. I think that was from the banks of Truman Lake.
Wow. I mean, the threes are flying, James Hinkle, I tell you.
Welcome back.
Hey, glad to be back. I was talking to our good friend Charlie Brown here from Prepcast. He's going to do the Warrensburg game next, so making sure he had enough room and everything for his setup. And so right now, James, they're playing really good basketball as Lakeland shooting it with confidence, and they're making it tough on this KC East defense right now. Munsterman will hand for Carballo, who's off to a good start. Rafe with 11 already, and turns it over here. KC East with a 2-on-2. Oh, and a block. Wilkins goes up and gets the block, but KC East gets it back. They'll take a triple, and that missed. Oh, but a nice long carom. Lucky hop. Boyles got it back, and now a jump ball. But Coach Collins, got to love the way his team has started this game. But last night, they started quick. And that's the thing with a three-point shooting style offense. You've got to keep enough possessions in your favor to keep scoring. It's kind of tough sometimes to sustain it. But when they're going in, they're tough to stop. Meeker for three. How about another? Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
And that's like his third in a row.
Wow.
Tell you what, Meeker can hit him, and then you got Uchman out there, number 33. He can nail those as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's like we've said. I mean, they've got 2 or 3 guys that can shoot, not just one guy, and they are putting it on right now, 26-11. Meeker off that board quickly the other way as we come to the end of the first quarter.
40 seconds left.
Strange to Meeker. They're out on him. Little crossover. Kick out Carballo. Right corner. He's going to put it on the deck. There's that good one-on-one drive, and he's going to draw the foul. But such confidence. Lakeland coming out here shooting it well and playing good defense also. I mean, KC East, they haven't had a lot of shot attempts to this point.
I hate to say this, but this is looking a lot like the Warrensburg game that, Lakeland jumps out front, looks like they're just going to command, but then, Warrensburg made some adjustments at the half and ended up being able to come back and win that game. So, Coach Collins definitely got his guys riled up here, ready to play. Pass underneath and then goes in. That's
a good look, good execution off that inbounds play, and Garrett Strange 2 more for Lakeland. So 28-11, all Vikings in the first quarter. Mentor with it out top near the midcourt stripe. Boyles. Tobin now. 3 ball up. Good look for Boyles, and that missed.
Rebounded by East.
And good look inside. They got the second chance, and that's Tobin before the buzzer with time to spare. So after our first quarter, 28-13, Vikings with a commanding lead. Still pretty early, of course, in the ball game, but, man, you could not have started any better, I don't think, James. They hit, 4 threes, I think, at least there. Meeker had, I think, 3 of them.
I think he had 3 in a row.
Yeah, so they actually may have hit 6, I think, unofficially. But, man, they really got off to a quick start, and that put the pressure on East. You know, they said, man, we're going to have to come out and extend this defense a little bit. And that's the thing. You give these Lakeland guys any room, and that's another thing I really love about this Lakeland team is they don't need a lot of room to shoot. I mean, they can hit that shot with a hand in their face, and if you give them any little space, I mean, they're going to really light it up, and they did. But that's the thing. Can you sustain it? You got to keep at it because you know you're probably going to go through a stretch where you maybe miss a few in a row. So how do you respond when that happens will be the test. And you know KC East, they want to get the ball inside with their height, but they've been unable to do so. And I love that about Lakeland's defense. They've taken that away to this point. So this is the pool play action. This is I guess the third boys game in the first round.
That's the second time we've got to see Lakeland play. So
yeah, back-to-back for Lakeland. Of course, Eldo had the back-to-back, and I think that may have hurt them a little bit, and I knew that was probably going to be a factor. Clinton was fresher because they didn't have to play last night. Of course, Cardinals winning earlier tonight. Here's a quick 3 missing off the inbounds look for Minter, but then we get a foul called. They get an over-the-back inside there. They're going to give that to the Bears, and that is going to be the first personal there on Logan Peavy. 5th team foul on the Bears. So Wilkins to set it up. Man pressure for the Bears. Carbelo off to a really, really good start. 15 for him. Meeker right side. Underneath Utzman. Yeah, that's an over the back. He tried to go up and tip it, but they're going to get Donnell Mosley, the big 6'5" post there on that foul. And that's his second, team foul 6.
Yeah, he looked like he wanted to argue about that a little bit, but no.
There he gets a steal.
Yep.
So he read it all the way. Nice play. Throws it to the other end, and they get the layup out of it. So they turn the turnover into points. Tobin with the bucket, and it's 28-15.
Carbelo with the ball. And drives in. Shoots.
Rebound into the hands of Mosley. And you know East, they probably have a run in them here. How do you withstand it, though, if you're Lakeland? Inside, they're going to call the travel. Travel on Tobin. Go ahead.
That's the nice thing about these tournaments is, you know, you get to play teams you normally would never get a chance to play. Kansas City East and Lakeland matched up. You know, it's one nice thing about these tournaments.
Foul inside. And Peavy is called for that. So that's going to get Lakeland already in the 1-1. 6:47 left here in the first half. So Lakeland may get to shoot several free throws here before the end of this first half. And that really may allow them to extend this lead. The KC East coach there having a conversation with Dennis Hagedorn, the head official. Missed off the front end of the 1-1 there, and Utzman had a shot at the rebound, and then they're going to get him for a foul and over the back as well.
Uncharacteristic of Carbelo missing 3 free throws in a row.
Yeah, you definitely don't see that too often at all. That was Jace's second foul, 4th team foul on the Vikings.
It's definitely been some exciting basketball already in this tournament, and we're only on game 2.
Yeah, 2 more still to go. Warrensburg and Odessa girls will play after this, and then the Clinton girls will play Hogan Prep at 9 to end the day. Nice pass inside, little high-low look, but missing is Minter, and the Vikings get the rebound. And Kansas City East, they've missed some chip shots inside. They've gotten it in there for some open looks. They just haven't fallen. And Utzman from way outside. Wow. Nails it.
We were talking about that earlier. You got to be able to hit these 3 balls against these taller teams. And, you know, 31-15, Lakeland is doing it. Meeker's been a big part of that. He's hitting several, I think, 6 unofficially. Yeah, I think
7, 6, somewhere in there. Here's a 3 ball, and that splashes in. Nice shot by Hussein Mohammed to make it 31-18. But Lakeland has been dominant thus far. 5:40 left in the first half. Carbelo Little crossover, shake and bake. Nice spin into the paint. That's a tough shot, and he gets it to go.
How do you defend against something like
that?
Oh,
it's tough. I mean, that is just an exceptional move right there. Breaking him down off the dribble, and a bad pass as they try to get it inside. So another turnover for the Bears. Vikings get it back, leading 33-18. So Carballo's got, I think, 17. They don't have him up on the board there right now for some reason, but he's in the game. But Lakeland has built a bigger lead in this first half than they did last night against Warrensburg. Carballo trying to dish to Wilkins, and he loses it out of bounds.
You know, Lakeland's definitely out here playing like with a chip on their shoulder. And
yeah, they're coming out, and they don't look tired either, James. I mean, I was kind of concerned a little bit about that, just having played last night, and they played, you know, the 9 o'clock game. So they had a quick turnaround. KC East was not playing, of course, here last night. And there's a three that misses from Minter. Nice board for Meeker. Meeker's going to spot up. He's feeling it, and he missed that one. That was a heat check there as Olsen, though, or Utzman, I should say, gets the board back to Munsterman. Tried to kick, stolen, and here we go back the other way. Off the steal, Mosley missed. Out of bounds as he tried to get his own rebound there. That's going to be Lakeland ball. Lonnie Snow back into the game for the Bears with 4:36 left here in our first half. Nice dribble drive. That's Blake Munsterman. Tough to stop. One-on-one to the cup.
Wow, that was just beautifully executed.
Excellent job. And Lakeland's done it all. I mean, they've shot it well from three, but they've also driven the ball. They've played great post defense, and they've played good perimeter defense. And there's a tie-up. Cabot Wilkins showing some great hustle and forces the tie-up situation. Substitution for Kansas City East will be number 35, Ivory Alford, 6'5" forward. And also into the ball game will be Kajan Boyles. A little ball pressure there off the inbounds look. Here comes Wilkins coming up on the 4-minute mark in the first half. Nice drive by Gavin. Has it partially blocked out of bounds. Oh, and I don't know. That was close. They're going to say it hit Gavin last.
Yeah, it hit him as he was going out.
Yeah, he was actually on the boundary kind of falling back. And had he stayed in bounds, I don't know if the ball would have hit him or not. Here's Snow on the attack outside now. Back to Alford. And we get a foul inside. They're going to call an offensive foul. And they're going to give that to Alford. So 17 fouls for the Bears, and they just have not been able to get in any kind of a rhythm. And the Lakeland defense has just been exceptional. I mean, to hold them under 20 points to this point as Garrett Strange there gets up off the bench. He'll check in for Lakeland. Next dead ball.
You know, East is really kind of at a disadvantage here because, you know, Lakeland's coming off 2 losses now, and they're obviously playing like that's not going to happen again.
Playing a little angry. And like you said, you know, just playing with a little chip, you know. And I think Coach Collins, you know, certainly they were disappointed as a bucket there for Alford. You know, they had that game won. I think they've got to feel like last night and just let it slip away. And there's another three.
Shot. Wow.
Munsterman from way outside. So it's a 28-point lead for Lakeland as we come up on the 3-minute mark. That's at least 9 threes.
You see, Warrensburg was able to take that 3 shot away from last night. And
yeah, East just hasn't been able to do that yet, and that's even after they've come out and extended their defense a little bit. And that's the thing. These are not just wide-open looks. I mean, they're hitting them with hands in the face. And Lakeland's just making them pay right now. Here's a 3-ball missing from Alford and a whistle inside, and there's an over-the-back. I think they're going to get that one on Snow. Or no, they give it to 21. That's Tobin. So he came in there trying to get that rebound, and good call. So that's his first. Team foul 9, so more free throws here for the Vikings.
Uchman to the line.
Yeah, good start for Jace in the ball game. With 7, misses that. Strange, good hustle, forcing the tie-up. It's going to be a jump ball possession arrow favoring Kansas City East. But, yeah, I mean, they've kept them from pushing the tempo. They've kept them from getting the ball in the post a lot. And they've just really played a defensive half that has been very impressive, along with 38 already on the board on offense. Boyles out top gets the high screen. Boy, that was almost an illegal screen there from Alford. Right corner, 3-ball, Lewis. And that's good for Melvin Lewis, who just came into the game. So that'll cut it to 38-23. Here's a 3-ball other side now for Munsterman. That one did not go down. They got a 3-on-2 break and a nice finish for Tobin. And just like that, it's 38-25. It's just crazy. It doesn't take much. You get on a little spurt, and there's another
and a turnover.
Yeah, another steal, and that's a foul on Lakeland. Yeah, Wilkins called for the foul. So, yeah, you string together a couple turnovers. They come down, get a couple run-out shots, open floor looks, and we got ourselves a game. So Lakeland wants to keep the pressure on here right before halftime, just a minute 50 left. As the Bears will set up here in a half-court look. Left wing with the dribble, Boyles out top.
1 minute, 45 seconds.
Nice pass there. Oh, but it goes through the hands where they were going to get a look, but Tobin couldn't secure the basketball. And KC, they've had 12 turnovers already.
Almost like he didn't expect that ball to come in. So
Wilkins in the front court. Has the dribble right side, going to take it all the way to the basket and throws it. Looked like he threw it off the back of a KC's player, but we get the whistle and they give a foul on the. Foul is on Boyles, so that's his second personal.
Puts Meeker at the line.
It'll be Wilkins at the line.
Wilkins, Wilkins.
They do look similar, though.
They do.
I'll give you that. As first one, no good. That's a 1-and-1 there, guys. So, yeah, lane violation. So Wilkins is going to get another. Or, sorry, it is double bonus. So he did have 2. They thought it was a 1-and-1, though. So Wilkins one more here. Lead is 38-25. It was 28 at one point was the spread. Now it's been extended a little bit, 39-25. Wilkins gets the second. So Gavin has his first point of the game.
1 minute, 23 seconds left.
You've got 15 from Carbelow, 13 for Carbelow, I should say, 9 for Meeker, the 2 leading scorers for Lakeland thus far. And they get a nice stop there, so a chance to take advantage of it. Rafe, pass goes through the hands of Wilkins and right into the hands of the Bears.
Long pass down the court.
Outside, it'll be Boyles. Over to Minter, nice move in the paint, missed it, and that's knocked out. It'll be off Malloy. KC East will keep it.
Malloy's been pretty quiet tonight.
Yeah, he just came in. I think it's the first time he's been in. He's just kind of one of those spot players they bring in and gives them an extra body off the bench, has good height. There's a missed 3 there, quick shot, and now here comes Lakeland. They've got a chance maybe for the final shot, but they're going to push it up down to 40 seconds. Meeker with it, looking for Malloy. Double team, kicks it back. Corbin, a 3 in the corner, got bumped there, no call as he missed it. And now here come the Bears. They got a 3-on-2. Floating layup in the paint is good. Nice shot for Snow.
22 seconds left. 27-39, Lakeland.
39-20, yeah. Shot missing there in the paint. Nice board. Final 12 seconds, so they can get it single digits here before the half. 3, Snow.
Going to be short.
Rebound to Meeker, down to 4. He's going to push to midcourt. He's got some time here, lobs it. Wilkins can't get it off, so that'll take us to halftime. So really good first half for the most part for Lakeland, but a run there at the end for Kansas City East, and they definitely have gotten back into it, 39-27. So going to be an interesting second half, see how this plays out. But again, you missed a couple threes there at the end, James. Lakeland did, and really the biggest thing were the turnovers. They had a couple there in a row, and Kansas City East was able to take advantage of that and turn it into points, and that's really what contributed to that run. As we want to thank Primitive Old Crow, Oak Star Bank, the Landmark Restaurant, Jim Resick Auto Group, and Hankins Grain. Also want to thank Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Aaron Collins, C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing, Hobby Time Motorsports, and Bernard Tax and Bookkeeping. Our sponsors bringing you this coverage here on day 2 of the Clinton Tournament.
Just to bring everybody up to speed on what happened last night, we had the girls' games. Nevada defeated Harrisonville 75-28, and then Adrian defeated Lakeland 61-31. The boys' games, Grandveiw Christian won over El Dorado Springs. That was 64-42. And then, of course, Lakeland, who's playing this game right here, did fall to Warrensburg, 63-57. So, and then earlier, Clinton got their second win of the year. Exciting for them. Their second win of the year, 54-44 over El Dorado Springs. So.
Yeah, and what was a great ball game.
Oh, awesome.
If you were able to see that one, it really came down the stretch, and, Clinton only trailed by about 8 points. I think that was the most the deficit was, but I was telling you before we went on the air here in this game, it felt like it was more than that. It felt like it was about a 15-point deficit, but, all Clinton needed to do was hit a couple threes, and they did. And then I was really impressed with how they hit their free throws down the stretch as well. They did a good job there taking care of business, and, big win. I mean, you could tell the kids were fired up, the crowd was fired up, and, that's been a thing this year for Clinton where they've had some close losses, but to snap a long losing streak like that is really good and gives the kids some confidence back.
Exactly. And you could tell that they were excited just by looking at Elijah Hurt. Like I said earlier,
yeah,
I love to watch that guy play.
He was pumped up.
There's just so much excitement in him about the game of basketball. And
yeah, he brings the energy, and they all did tonight too. I mean, I thought Corbin Ball, he played a great game. I think he only had, 11 or 12 points, but the other stuff he did were great. He had 8 rebounds, he had a couple steals, he hit his free throws down the stretch. Ben Markham played well. Ben hit a couple big shots there down the stretch, also hit some free throws. Cade Montagna stepped up, hit a big 3 there. So it was a true team effort tonight for the Cardinals, and I think Coach Carr is going to try to use that win tonight as a motivating factor. But, tomorrow Clinton will go ahead and play another game, so that'll be interesting to see how they do in the back-to-back. And do they play KC East tomorrow? Is that who they match up with?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I don't have that right here in front of us.
We'll have to track that down.
Our brackets are in the back of our...
Yeah, I think it's the 6:30 game tomorrow, or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I got it right here. So, tomorrow, Grandveiw and Clinton at 7:30.
Oh, Grandveiw, yeah. So they're playing 7:30. And then, of course, if the Clinton girls win tonight, they'll play at 6 against Adrian. So we could have back-to-back Clinton games tomorrow night.
That's going to be a good matchup, Adrian and Clinton, if they're able to play.
Yeah, we don't know a lot about Hogan Prep. We haven't seen them play either this year, so don't really know what to make. It'll be a tough matchup. Hogan Prep is their opponent coming in as a 6 seed here tonight. Clinton girls are the 3. And don't know really what to expect about this one coming up after this, as Warrensburg girls will play Odessa girls. That's the 4-5 game. I think you have seen, seen Odessa and Warrensburg, and Warrensburg beat them soundly, looks like, on January the 10th up at the Berg, 63-48. So there you go. That if Odessa can't come up with some more offense, looks like Warrensburg will advance then. And if Warrensburg were to win, they would get top-seeded Nevada tomorrow.
Odessa may be looking for some payback there. We've seen Clinton play Odessa actually at Warrensburg in the shootout.
Yep.
And honestly, that was a close game. And I could see Odessa coming back and actually winning against the Warrensburg girls there.
Yeah, that would definitely be, considered the upset. But really, usually your 4-5 game, that's your toss-up, if you just go by seeding. But sometimes it's hard to judge by seeding, And in a tournament situation, you got to throw the records out, throw the seeding out, and just go play. I mean, anybody can beat anybody, I think. And this is just a really competitive tournament, I think, on both sides, James. I've been pretty impressed. Last night we did have a few blowouts, but, you can tell the competition is high on both the girls and boys sides of the bracket. And as we've said, it gives these teams to play each other where they normally wouldn't. gives a team like Lakeland to play some bigger schools and be tested a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
by the time that we get into district play, Lakeland is probably going to be in a very good position because, they're playing, Kansas City East here. So they're getting experience playing against a team that's a lot taller than them. In the smaller schools like Lakeland normally plays, you don't see a whole lot of height. There might be one or two guys that's 6'1", but to play against these guys, they're all 6 foot or above.
Yeah, most nights Lakeland's going to be the tallest team on the floor.
Yeah,
usually, But yeah, this is going to be a really interesting second half. I'm really curious to see how KC East responds. They were able to get back into that ball game there right at the end. So it's a case where Lakeland just got to keep playing, but it's you got a full 2 quarters left to go. And, that's the thing. If Lakeland goes on the stretch there where they don't hit a lot of threes, where do those other points come from? And I think that's one of the keys, and that's something I think Coach Collins' team will try to work on as they get ready for districts, because you'll need to rely on possibly some post scoring once you get into the postseason. But there are some teams, I remember Walnut Grove a few years back, they were the kind of team that just literally lived and died by the three. They didn't care if they missed 15 or 20 in a row. They were going to come out and continue to shoot the ball. And, that's just really the new style of basketball that you see right now. It's just up and down, specializing in the three. And you have team, they strictly come down and take a 3-point shot, every time down the floor. And this is getting a little nerdy here, but, it comes down to analytics where they figured out in basketball, statistically, a three is actually better. Obviously, it's more points. Everybody knows that, but it's actually more efficient statistically to shoot a three as opposed to a two. And that's the thing I think everybody's just kind of learned from a guy like Steph Curry, who's in the NBA, of course, has been for several years for Golden State. He kind of is the guy that said, hey, you can be a guard and just be a three-point specialist.
That's right.
You don't have to worry about that mid-range shot. Mm-hmm. So it's totally changed the game of basketball, and it's filtered down now to the high school level. Because even back when I played in the mid-2000s, 05, 06, it was still very structured. You were running an offense.
Right.
You were setting screens. You weren't – if you were out cranking threes, man, you were pulled off the floor. Coach said, hey, you're not shooting. Spencer, you're not shooting the basketball. So – and even good shooters. So it would be a case where you had to get the ball inside. You had to set screens. You had to find a way to hit the mid-range shot. But the thing is, Lakeland can shoot the mid-range shot with Carbelo if they have to. So they have the one-on-one ability as well.
And they can shoot it from underneath as well. Really, Lakeland is they've got a lot of depth everywhere. They can shoot from the outside, and they can drive in and hit the ball too. Let me ask you a question really quick. We've all heard of this talk about a 4-point line. Where are you at on that?
Well, honestly, I haven't heard that talk. I don't know where you've heard that. But,
well, okay.
That may be, I don't, that's obviously not going to happen. But see,
I don't think so either.
Yeah, the 3-point line, is really, in the grand scheme of things, not that long ago. Because, I think it only came into the NBA in the mid-'80s or late 80s, somewhere in there. And, see, that's the thing. You had these guys like Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain, some of the great NBA guys that scored tons of points. Well, they were doing that all before the 3-point line was even in play. And, the 3-point line did not come into I think it maybe came into the college game in the early 90s. It was not that long ago. And then I think high school was, maybe the last to adopt it, So it was a situation where you had a whole generation of basketball that was played, and guys like Wilt Chamberlain, of course, they were so tall, they were getting most of their baskets just right at the basket. They weren't shooting really a lot from the outside. Of course, Wilt Chamberlain, this is getting kind of deep into the weeds of basketball history, but he put up 100 in a game. That's never been done before, even in the modern NBA, and that's with a 3-point line. Of course, Kobe got to 81. He put that up in a game, and that's the closest, but that record will probably, it may never be broken.
Yeah, how could?
Yeah,
I couldn't even imagine hitting that many shots.
Even at the even with the 3-point line now in play, and that's just a case where he was just so good around the basket and so tall that you'd literally lob it to Wilt, and he'd score 2. So starting the second half, and Carvalho looking for 2 there. Missed it, though, right at the rim. He was challenged. Good defensive play by Alford.
Long pass. Thought he was going to shoot a 3 there, but he doesn't. He drives in and hits the 2. 39-29 now. Carvalho with the ball. Can Kansas City East figure out how to shut down the 3-point shot? And here comes one. It comes up a little short. Oh.
Tip pass, and it's back to
Turned
Wilkins.
over.
Yeah, Wilkins the other way here. Now to Meeker. Here in the early part of the third quarter. So 39-29. Lakeland had a 28-point lead at one point. That was their largest of the game. Uchman right corner. And can KC East take away the 3? Trying to extend out. Here's Meeker up top. Now to Uchman. Nice take into the lane. Little ball fake. Missing the shot. Off the window there. And a board for the Bears. Offered long pass up ahead of the pack, and he gets 2 from Snow.
They're closing the gap a little bit here.
Timeout. Yeah, we're back to 8. Timeout, Lakeland. 6:33 left in the third. Want to thank Aaron Collins, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, our timeout sponsor. And this is where, you knew they were going to make a run, so you got to respond back. Coach Collins out there talking to his team. And a lot of basketball. Leads can change in a hurry. It just does not take much, but you've got to be disciplined with the ball. I thought they had a good look there. That was a good drive for Uchman. Just didn't quite finish it, but that's where at the defensive end you got to hurry back because they're going to try to get out and run. I mean, after they get those rebounds, they're looking for that outlet pass.
Lakeland will have the ball to start off here.
Yeah, Lakeland will be throwing it in. 6:30 left in the third. So Wilkins to bring it up. He'll back it out mid-court. Boy, they're extending out on him. He killed the dribble there in a bad spot, but finds Meeker. Looking low post. They're trying to get Carvalho the ball. You can see him in there posting. Look at him posting up. And he's calling. He's mad. He's saying, hey, give me that ball, man. He wants it bad. Meeker will give it to him in the corner, and he'll be fouled. Yeah, that's where, Rave had position, and I think he's right there. He's like, hey, I've got position. They weren't fronting him. They had no guy on the front side of him and got it to him a little bit late, but he still was fouled there by Peavy. So Lakeland with it, up by 8, 6:30 to go, or 6:03 to go, I should say. Wilkins out top. Nice cross. Munsterman, good look, 3 on the way. Missed it short. And Wilkins got the rebound, and we get a foul. As Dennis Hagedorn says, a push on KC East. Second personal on the Bears. Second team. Oh, and there's a block. Meeker has it blocked right at the rim by Alford, but Munsterman got it back. Back to Corbin, 3 ball. How about it? No. A little too strong.
Rebounded by.
Yeah, Munsterman back up, and he is fouled. And he's going to go to the line. Good job by Blake. That's good box out.
KC East is doing a good job shutting down the 3. They're putting a lot of pressure. They're doing exactly what they need to be doing to get back into this game. Well, let's see if Lakeland.
Meeker with it off that inbounds. He'll drive it. Nice take, but missed the shot a little bit too strong and again got bumped, but they let that one go. Bears the other way and a travel for Alford outside, and that'll give it right back to the Vikings. 39-31. Lakeland trying to get, they'd be win 14, I think, if they can get it. I think they're 13-4 coming in after the loss last night to Warrensburg in a game that they led most of the way. Nice drive by Munsterman, and he'll score, and he's fouled.
Gets the score and the foul. Lakeland has not fouled yet, so they're kind of at an advantage here. 14 fouls on Kansas City East.
And that is the fourth personal on Ivory Alford, so he's going to have to come out of the ball game. And he's another one of their big guys off the bench, 6'6" forward. Blake misses the free throw. And KC East claims the rebound. So 41-31, the Lakeland lead. Here's a deep three. Up top, no good for Minter, and the rebound to Carbelo. And I don't think KC East, they have not led in the game at all, I don't think, at this point.
No, they have not.
It has been Lakeland's lead the entire way thus far. Wilkins in the corner for Munsterman outside. Into the paint, little up and under move. That's a tough shot, but gets it to go. Well, Munsterman having a game as well. He's got 13, so Lakeland's got 3 players in double figures and a timeout called by the Bears. So 43-31, Lakeland extending the lead as they've gone on another little run here.
Of course, timeout, so we've got to mention our timeout sponsor. That would be Missouri Farm Bureau, Aaron Collins. His brother is down here, is actually the coach, as everybody in Lakeland knows. So, the Collins family, I mean, I've known most of the family my entire life. So, and they are all about sports, all of them.
Well, they were good ball players, weren't they?
Oh, yes.
As well, down there at Osceola.
I remember Justin when he loved basketball.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they know the game well, and Coach Collins has played over the years with teams that were really good at Osceola, but certainly his teams that he's coached, including a few of those Osceola teams, had a couple runs in the playoffs. He's had a couple runs with this Lakeland team as well. And here's a deep 3-ball from way outside. That's Logan Peavy from downtown. So 43-34, Kansas City East kind of hanging in here. Lakeland hasn't quite been able to put them away just yet as Uchman pass tipped out, and it's going to be still Lakeland basketball. Munsterman to throw it in. Going to give it right back to him, where Corbin probably could have shot that. He put, I think Blake, he didn't think he was going to get it back quite that quick. And but turns out works into Lakeland's favor. They give the foul there.
Minter, number 2.
Yeah, so that's his second. 15 foul there on East, and Lakeland has not had any fouls yet. Here's that high arcing jumper from Rafe, missed that one. Minter the rebound, he'll push. Tough spot up jumper there, and a whistle before the, well, nope, they give him 2 here, looks like. Foul on the shot. As they said, he got hit on the wrist, so that'll be the first foul of the second half on Lakeland. Second personal on Gavin Wilkins. And I don't think Gavin's going to be able to block that shot on that. Valiant effort, but kind of hard to, what do they got? I don't know if they have
6'3".
Yeah, Gavin's probably, 5'11" maybe? That may be giving him a few inches.
Yeah, they don't have the heights on.
Yeah.
On Lakeland's here.
Uchman's going to come out of the ball game. Ketterman is going to come in for him.
Minter definitely had the height advantage there.
Yeah, when you're they got Minter listed at 6'3", and then you can add a couple more inches, when he goes up for that jumper too, So it's tough to block for sure. 43-35 as he gets the second. Coming down to the end of the third quarter. Again, we've got 2 more games still to go here. We've got Warrensburg and Odessa girls coming up next, and then Clinton and Hogan Prep girls to finish the night. Here's a scramble for the loose ball, and the Bears come up with it. They got numbers. They got a 4-on-2, and they draw a foul. Nice drive. That's going to be Kevin Williams.
Their second foul.
Drawing the foul. As Meeker picks up number 1. So to the line is Kevin Williams, and he has not played up until just now. They had to bring him off the bench after Ivory Alford came out with that last foul, which was his third.
He hits Alfred, hits both of his shots.
Yeah, that was Williams, so came in for Alfred. 43-37. So that's a couple big ones there. That whittles it down a little bit more. Ketterman.
Wow, look at that pass.
Yeah, that's a great pass, and Strange for 2. So 45-37. And anytime KC East has made a little bit of a run, they have responded.
Well, that's what they needed to do. They need to put this team away and get a win, get back on a winning streak. So, in
the corner, Snow gets by Strange but missed the shot. Look out. Official,
referee got hit in the head there.
He had to duck out of there for sure, but it'll stay with the Bears.
Looks like the ref's all right, so.
Snow gets it inbounds. Out top, Peavy, nice take, and missed a shot off the window. Nice rebound by Garrett there in traffic. And are we going to get a foul here or a held ball? Well, they got the foul. They give the hold there to Snow. So team foul 6 on Kansas City East, second personal with 2:40 to go in the third. Lakeland has never trailed here tonight. Got off to a huge roaring start. Got up 28 about midway first half. I think KC's had it down to 8 at halftime. And now Carvalho's going to draw the foul. I mean, Carvalho is just so quick. And I mean, they've been late recovering. I mean, he's getting a step on all these guys tonight with that quick move that he has off the dribble.
You know what I like about Carvalho is he plays every time with intensity.
So Rafe knocks down the first to make it 46-37. 2:25 to go in the third. One more for Rafe. And got them both. So 2 big ones there. Of course, very good foul shooter as well. Very rare to see him miss too many at that free throw line. So big night for Rafe with 15. That leads, well, him and Munsterman are both tied at 15 points right now. Snow with the point guard duties out top. Little high screen now, drives it. Missed that shot. Nice rebound. Garrett Strange. Boy, has he been big in there for Lakeland off the bench, rebounding that basketball. Now Rafe breaks it. Williams down off the dribble. Good head and shoulder fake and scores it. I mean, that's great. That's just an outstanding play at the high school level. I mean,
Carvalho is so good at that move. He just spins around and then bang, knocks it down.
Yeah, before you know it, he's by you, and that's where the guys start reaching. Because after he gets that first step on you, I mean, you're not going to stop him. So 49-37. Lakeland's kept the pressure on him, and now Munsterman gets the steal. Takes it right away from Snow. Layup, Munsterman.
Great teamwork right there.
Absolutely. So a big turnover for KC East, and Lakeland takes advantage of it. Coming up on a minute left here in the third. In the corner, Tobin goes baseline and scores it. Got a step there on Meeker. Nice finish.
Yeah, nice little floating shot there.
So down to 50 seconds to go in the third. Here's Carvalho to Meeker. Backs it out. Munsterman to Meeker. Meeker from way downtown nails it. His range is unlimited tonight, James Hinkle. Man, oh man.
Absolutely. He's hit a lot of those shots from the outside.
12 for Meeker, so you've got Meeker, Carvalho, and Munsterman all in double figures.
54-39.
Shot up off the glass. No there for Snow. I hope we don't have any snow either tomorrow, James.
Yeah, that's true. There is a chance of snow tonight and early in the morning. I did talk to Mr. Abner about that because, you know, it's a possibility that some of these games could be delayed.
Shot no good there before the buzzer. Meeker wanting a foul, but they didn't give it to him. So 54-39, Lakeland's going to take a solid lead into the final 8 minutes here. But as you were saying about the weather, don't jinx us, please.
I hope not. Well, they
yeah,
have,
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
They have a plan in place. If by chance that the weather delays the games, what they'll do is they will move some of the games over to the middle school, which is the old high school, and play 2 games at the same time, allowing them to catch up. That way that they can still have the championship games on Saturday. So if anything happens that way, just pay attention to any of the Facebook pages that we are streaming on, and we will get that information to you, of course. So there's that. And
fingers crossed.
Yeah, exactly.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. And that's the thing. I mean, I think it's a case where, you know, even if they didn't have school, I think they would maybe try to play tomorrow night.
You know, that has got to be the greatest mascot suit that I've seen in high school basketball.
We were talking about that last night. Yeah, he's in attendance again here tonight, and I'd say he's rather warm. On a night like tonight, you may just want to wear that on out to the bus.
Oh, my goodness.
When you go out, it kind of hits you. It's that cold. But.
It is cold. It is cold.
So here we go, our final quarter. Game number 2 here on day 2 of the Clinton tournament. Final boys game of the night here in the round-robin format. And quick 3 here, no good. Mosley the rebound, inside Williams, nice reverse layup, gets it to go. Nice.
That was sweet looking.
54-41, they trap, and here we go. They're going to bring some full court press now, but they beat it. There's Meeker behind the defense and scores it.
Nice pass to Meeker.
So 14 for Meeker. Quickly, Williams another 2. So back-to-back baskets for him. He's got 6. 2-2-1 press here. Again, they get it across, so good job by Lakeland. Carballo's got a wide open lane. Boy, nobody rotated over. They were late, and Carballo just blows by him.
And a timeout is
Timeout,
called.
yeah. Timeout called by whom? Did KC East take one?
I think that was Lakeland.
So Coach Collins will take one here with 7:10 to go in the game. 58-43, but, I mean, right now they don't have an answer for Carballo. I mean, they're going to have to find a way to stop him, and they hadn't pressed all night until just now, and I think that kind of shows you they're like, you know, we got to change something up to pressure these guys. And I'm a little surprised Kansas City East didn't bring some full court pressure earlier just to kind of change it up a little bit, but man, Lakeland has put the pressure on them, but Lakeland has adjusted, and they've done it more one-on-one, and they've hit some layups and some perimeter shots. They haven't relied on the 3. I think maybe just a couple threes here in the second half for them, but they've still been able to maintain the lead.
Yeah, any team that's going to go up against Lakeland has got to find an answer to Carballo.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you have a team that can stop Carballo one-on-one, that's where they will have to find, you know, those extra points. You know, if you can shut Carballo down one-on-one and then prevent him from hitting threes, that will make it certainly tougher.
In the Wabalo game, in the championship game at Wabalo, they actually did shut down Carballo. And actually, they led most of that game. In fact, Lakeland did not come back until the second half. They didn't lead until the fourth quarter. And really, their strategy obviously was to shut down Carballo. They did a good job. And then they made some adjustments at halftime. And, of course, Lakeland came back to win that game.
So 6:46 to go in this one. Does Kansas City East have a late run? And there's a nice shot off the dribble. Jumper goes down for Logan Peavy. So 58-47, Peavy with 5. They stay with the press. Wilkins in the backcourt. Utzman pass tipped and stolen. Turnover there. Boyles with the steal. Quickly the other way. In the corner, 3 up for Snow. Rims out. Nice board.
Gets the ball.
Yeah, good board there for Rafe. And now to Blake out top. They're going to slow it down a little bit. Going to give Rafe a shot here. Tough fadeaway shot. It's good. There is just no defense for that.
There isn't. And he makes it look so easy.
0 defense for that right there, folks. 21 for Rafe. Just another typical night for him, though. Averaging about 25 a game. Here's Williams on the dribble drive. Williams has had a good second half here, James, for Kansas City East.
And Meeker's, you know, he's got 14. He's
yeah, I mean, they've got 3 and double. It's been balanced, and they've really done a good job off the dribble here in this second half, as Williams will miss the first. Strange getting ready to come back. But the tempo has stayed in favor of Lakeland. They've played their style of play. Defense has still been really solid. And Kansas City East has not had more than I think a 6-0 run in this game. So Lakeland has responded pretty much every time down. Munsterman between the wheels with the dribble.
It looks like they are going to try to burn a little bit more time off the clock.
Yeah, I think they are. They're kind of spreading it out, kind of going almost a 4 corners offense. Meeker Now to Munsterman, he's just going to hold. Yeah, they're going to make him come out and get him now. Carballo, tough shot, missed that one.
But it is rebounded by Lakeland.
One-handed board by Munsterman, and he's going to go up and draw the foul. That's a great job by Blake. He pulled that down. I think our viewers could see that, one-handed with two guys in his face. So that was a great job. And, again, as I always say, you got to want it to offensive rebound. When that shot goes up, coaches will say, hey, 4 guys better be crashing those boards. Go after it. You can't just assume ball's going to go in. And it takes a lot of effort. And, if you got 4 guys crashing the boards, that means they got to account for 4 guys.
That's right.
The defense has got to box out those 4, so it makes it harder. So Munsterman got that one, 61-45.
Munsterman now has, it should be 18 shots for tonight. Carballo, of course, with 21.
Williams from way downtown missed that. Rebound, Munsterman. Another big rebound for Blake. Blake, just a sophomore, man. And I remember talking to Coach Collins last year. He was so excited about Blake as a freshman. Because we were kind of talking about Rafe. He said, well, Rafe's really good, but he said, I've got this kid, Munsterman kid, that's darn good as well. And I'm like, seriously, as a freshman? Because we know how good Rafe was as a freshman, as they miss a shot there. But him and Rafe on the floor together just add to the explosiveness of this Lakeland offense.
And they'll play together next year as well.
And we've talked about it, James, the Carballos, a lot of Carballo basketball players.
It's almost like a dynasty.
And Munstermans, yeah.
And Munstermans,
yeah. A lot of good basketball. Of course, Tracy, saw her play last several years.
Now down to 4 minutes.
And, of course, I think it was Brady, older brother, played as well. And, of course, the dad was an exceptional player also at Lakeland High School.
And, of course, Jim Carballo, who's one of our sponsors, he played a lot of good ball in his time.
Yes, he did.
He hit that 1,000-point mark as well. In fact, if you go into the gym at Lakeland and look up on that board that they have for all the players that hit 1,000 points, you're going to see a lot of Carballo's Munstermans.
Yeah, we just had a technical foul, James, called on Kansas City East.
Well, we hate to see that.
And they gave it to Logan Peavy, looks like. So I don't know if he said something to the official or said something to one of the Lakeland players. Rafe missing the technical free throw. It's always amazing, when there's nobody at the line. It's a weird feeling for a free throw shooter. There's no question.
Yeah, maybe it's harder that way. I don't know. I honestly didn't play high school basketball, so.
Well, I mean, it's a different feeling. I think there's guys that will tell you. Rafe missed the second too, so he's he's like, seriously, he's probably about an 85% free throw shooter, and he's like, man, I can't hit these here. But it's different. I mean, it definitely.
Well, there you go.
I think a lot of guys would rather have guys at the line. So he gets that third one, so 62-45. Lakeland's in the double bonus again. Those were technical foul shots. So Lakeland, of course, on a technical foul, also gets possession. So that hurts Kansas City East, and I think this one may be in the bag for Lakeland. I don't know if Kansas City East has a run left in them as they miss the three there. Meeker missing, rebound and a foul. But Lakeland to come back after losing a heartbreaker last night and playing at 9 o'clock to have to turn around and play again here tonight. It's a big win tonight.
I think a heartbreaker is an understatement. They had that game and they just let it slip away.
Yeah, I mean it was a tough loss. So here tonight they've kind of redeemed themselves. They've played a complete game. Williams misses there. But Kansas City, they just have not been able to get the ball inside. They've not shot it well at all from three-point range. Lakeland's hit 10 threes tonight. They've got 3 players in double figures, and they forced 15 turnovers. So doesn't get much better than that.
No.
So Rafe right back at the line and swishes the first. They got the foul on Cairo Detour, who's now in.
I think you're right. He does shoot better when there's people surrounded him.
Yeah, I think there's two types of players that'll tell you I would rather shoot with a loud crowd as opposed to a quiet crowd, and then they'd rather shoot with people at the line as opposed to not anybody at the line. It's kind of a, I don't know if it's superstition, if you want to call it that some basketball players have, but it definitely. And of course, there's some guys that just aren't good free throw shooters, that can't hit any free throws.
Now, are you making fun of me?
Yeah, right. Well, you said you never played basketball, so.
No, basketball was never really my sport. I mean, I played a little bit, and then we've got a few guys that I would play with a little bit here locally.
Yeah, some pickup league stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fun sport, and it's a sport. Quite honestly, that a lot of people play just to stay in shape. It's a sport that is great for that. Obviously, the cardio. It's a
great cardio.
Yeah, it's a far different style of conditioning. They always say, in football guys, the football guys that end the season and have to turn around and play basketball, it's a totally different kind of shape because some people say, well, they played football, they should be in shape. Well, no, it's a different type of. It's cardio. It's not. Football. You've got more rest. If you think about it, you got huddles. You've got, basketball's, pretty much nonstop running. It's kind of similar to soccer.
Right. The guys that I felt sorry for is the ones that would play football and then go wrestle.
Yeah.
Because that is different kind of conditioning.
Oh my, yeah, those guys would run all the time.
I remember Jared Morgan. He was, I think he was a lineman for Clinton, and then you want to be big and beefy, and then, within a few months he would drop. I don't know how much weight. It was just,
yeah.
It was kind of scary in a way because he would just all of a sudden just start shrinking. So
coming down to the end of this one, Lakeland is going to get this victory as they are in front with a comfortable cushion. As Williams, he'll score again, so he has been the only offensive force for them tonight. He has all 8 of his points here in the second half. Malloy traveled there, no doubt. So that'll give it back to KC East. But Lakeland James is going to get a big win here in pool play. So they'll have to win another one, though, depending on how the bracket shakes out tomorrow. And they'll know when they play on Friday or Saturday. Here's a 3-ball for Jesse Minter. So that gets it to a 15-point game, but just not enough time for East. There's a block. Nice play by Lonnie Snow to get the block.
We're now at 3 minutes, 33 seconds. Want to just say show some appreciation for Stacy. 1 minute and 33 seconds. Sorry.
Are you stretching, James?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I might be a little tired.
Make sure you're all right there.
Yeah.
You may need to go to the chiropractor tomorrow, maybe.
Well, I might need to get some sleep. We were here late. Then I get up early, even though I got up a little later than I normally do. But anyway, just wanted to show a little appreciation here to Stacy Hinkle, who's over here doing the production, and then also running a camera. And then Chris over here to the right. He's been on the center camera. He's helped us out a lot this year with the Clinton games with KD.
So final 56 seconds here. Carvalho, of course, just got 2 more there a moment ago, so that'll give him 27. Munsterman, he almost had 2 more, but it went off the rim. And they go for the
little fancy shots there, a little slam dunk.
The razzle-dazzle tried to lob that off of the backboard for the dunk, but didn't work out. But this was all Lakeland pretty much tonight. I think East got it back to 8 at one point. That was the closest they came, but they never had the lead, and Lakeland is going to get a big win here tonight. Again, this is their 3rd game in 4 days. So they played a lot of basketball. I think they'll probably be ready for a little day off. I'd say Coach Collins tomorrow may not do as much in practice maybe as they normally do. Wilkins misses the first free throw here. And again, stay tuned. Coming up next, we've got the Odessa and Warrensburg girls. That'll be the 4-5 game. And then still one more after that, 9 o'clock or so. It'll be the Clinton Lady Cardinals in action against Hogan Prep. Rebound there for Carvalho, and they'll probably just back it out. Surely East won't foul here at this point.
Yeah, they're just going to let it. They're just going to let it run out.
Yeah, so that'll do it.
This game's already decided. So
a huge night for Lakeland offensively. Munsterman's going to finish with 18. Carbelo will finish with 27. They get 14 from Meeker. They hit 11 threes. And they're going to get the W, folks.
Yes, they are. And
So,
that is the game.
Mark it down, 67-52. Lakeland wins it. Nice victory for Coach Collins' team. Want to thank Primitive Old Crow, Oak Star Bank, the Landmark Restaurant, Jim Rishik Auto Group, Hankins Grain, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Aaron Collins, C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing, Hobby Time Motorsports, Bernard Tax and Bookkeeping, and stay with us on all 6 of our platforms, folks. We'll be back with you here shortly for game number 3, Odessa and Warrensburg. Thank you for joining us.